Here's the headline that will define 2026. On March 25th, Sarah Mullally was enthroned as the 106th Archbishop of Canterbury, the first woman to lead the Church of England in its 1400-year history. And just days later, Pope Leo XIV announced he will meet her in Rome from April 25th to 28th. If you think this is just another ecumenical photo op, you are wrong. This single meeting is about to reshape the liturgy war, redraw the lines of Catholic tradition, and force every faithful Catholic to choose a side. Let me explain. First, understand the scale. Archbishop Mullally leads 85 million Anglicans worldwide. Her installation at Canterbury Cathedral was attended by 2,000 guests, including the Prince and Princess of Wales and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The service was explicitly designed to celebrate women, with women's voices throughout. Pope Leo XIV sent her a message invoking grace, mercy, and peace in truth and love. He recalled the 1966 meeting between Paul VI and Archbishop Michael Ramsey, which launched official Catholic-Anglican dialogue. Then he invited her to Rome. For traditionalist Catholics, this is a problem. Why? Because according to Catholic doctrine, specifically Pope Leo XIII's bull Apostolicae Curae, Anglican orders are absolutely null and utterly void. The Vatican has never reversed that ruling, yet here is a pope treating the leader of a church without valid sacraments as a full ecumenical partner. Now watch how this connects to the liturgy war. Just days before Mullally's enthronement, Pope Leo XIV sent a letter to the French Bishops' Conference. He called the divisions over the traditional Latin Mass a painful wound in the Church. He urged them to find concrete solutions to generously include traditionalist Catholics. Here's the pattern. On one hand, the Pope is reaching out to traditionalist Catholics, offering inclusion, dialogue, a healing of the liturgy war. On the other hand, he is embracing an Anglican leader whose very office represents a departure from apostolic tradition and the historic Catholic understanding of holy orders. What happens when these two tracks meet? The concern among traditionalists is that the concrete solutions Leo XIV seeks will involve aligning Roman practice closer to modern Anglican innovations, weakening the theology of the priesthood, softening the sacrificial language of the Mass, and ultimately treating the Eucharist as a symbol of unity rather than the source and summit of our faith. Here is the hard truth. The Vatican has not changed its official position on Anglican orders, but actions speak louder than documents. When a pope meets with a female archbishop who supports the ordination of women and same-sex unions and does so without reaffirming Apostolicae Curae, the signal is clear. One Catholic commentator noted that Mullally's appointment continues to have significant repercussions within Anglicanism. The Global Anglican Future Conference, representing about 80% of Anglicans worldwide, has already told its member churches to remove any reference to being in communion with the See of Canterbury. If traditional Anglicans are breaking from Canterbury, why is Rome embracing it? The answer, some argue, is that this pontificate sees ecumenical unity more urgent than doctrinal precision. And that means the liturgy war will not be resolved by defending tradition. It will be resolved by redefining what the Mass means. So where does this leave you? French traditionalists are already divided. About 2/3 are loyal to the Vatican, the Ecclesia Dei groups, while the rest support the SSPX, which rejects Vatican II outright. The SSPX announced in February that it will consecrate its own bishops, risking automatic excommunication. The meeting between Pope Leo XIV and Archbishop Mullally will take place in just a few weeks. Watch what comes out of it.
If the Vatican begins to soften its language on Anglican orders, or if the liturgy changes to accommodate a more inclusive vision, the traditionalist movement will face its greatest test in a generation. This is not about being against ecumenism. This is about whether the Church will trade its sacramental identity for a seat at the table of global Christianity. Pray for the Pope. Pray for the Church, and stay awake.